Hello and welcome to this session on trading economic news. We're just going to get prepared for the economic report that will be announced shortly. So without much further ado, let's get started. We'll start as usual by recapping on the economic calendar. So looking at the economic calendar today, today is Thursday, the 9th of September, and I'm using the GMT +2 time zone. So again, make sure you set your own economic calendar to the time zone wherever you're based. Mine is GMT +2, so the times I'll be quoting are GMT +2 times. So looking at the economic calendar today, and we've also known that for throughout the week, that today is a big day for European Central Bank interest rate decision. That's due out shortly at 1:45 p.m. GMT +2. So we have the European Central Bank interest rate decision. Currencies are especially sensitive to interest rate decisions. Of course, any report of high importance can affect the currency market, but the one that the currency markets are especially sensitive to are interest rate decisions. And this one out of the Euro area, the European Central Bank will obviously have a huge impact on the Euro. And of course, any currency is paired with the Euro. And of course, the European Union or the Euro area being a huge economic bloc, this European Central Bank interest rate decision can also have an indirect impact on other global markets and other currencies. But it will have a direct impact on the European market and currencies paired with the Euro. And since we're trading the Euro US dollar, this will obviously affect the market we are trading. So as usual, I kept out of the market, specifically the Euro US dollar, and just going to assess the market now and decide where we're going to place our trades. So let's go to the charts. So looking at the charts, this is the Euro US dollar, the 5-minute time frame. Initially, when I looked at the market this morning, the market was trending sideways between these two white lines, and it broke, and you can see that the pivot point at the time was within the sideways trend, and the market had also formed a market resistance at 1.1830. So you can see where the market went up from the high point, came back down from another high point. It didn't break it, came back down from another high point, and then fell back down. And they're all this 1, 2, 3 high points are all within plus or minus 2 pips from each other. So the market formed the market resistance there. But as we can see here, the market resistance has been broken. So that's no longer relevant. But it's just good to know it formed the market resistance at that time. But that's been broken. So I'm just going to move the high of that sideways trend to the new high there. And the high there is 1.18357. So I'll round that up to 1.1836. 1.1836. Okay, so that's our new sideways trend. Of course, the pivot point is still within the sideways trend, but we can see R1 is outside the sideways trend and S1 is outside the sideways trend. So it's now about 5 minutes to when the report to be announced. So I can now go ahead and place my trades in anticipation of the report. Because if the report is announced, if the market goes up, I'll be happy to buy if it breaks R1. If it goes down, I'll be happy to sell if it breaks S1 using the pivot point strategy. So let's do that. So R1 we can see is 1.1845. So 2 pips above that would be 1.1847. So 1.1847. And then 20 pips stop loss, 1.1827. And then 60 pips profit limit. I'll just bring out the calculator. So for that, it would be 1847 plus 60 since I'm buying. So that's 1907. So 1.1907. Okay, so that's the buy order, 2 pips just above R1 with a 20 pips stop loss and 60 pips per profit limit. So that's still the sell. So S1 is 1.1796. So 2 pips below that would be 1.1794. 1.1794. 1.1794. And 20 pips stop loss would be 1794 plus 20. That's 1814. 1.1814. And 20 pips stop loss would be 1.17. That'll be 94 minus 60. That'll be 34. Okay, so I'm all set for the sell too. So the market falls, I'll be happy to sell 2 pips below S1, again with a 20 pips stop loss and a 60 pips profit limit. Okay, so the report is going to be announced shortly in a couple of minutes. Once the report is announced, if there are no questions, we will then end the session and we'll catch up on the platform. So if you have any questions while we're waiting for the report in a couple of minutes, you can either raise your hand or send your question through the chat box. And you can go ahead and place your trades. So again, as usual, as always, remember money management. That's the key to success as a trader, because not all trades are going to be successful. You're definitely going to have losing trades, so you want to limit your losses and maximize your profitable trades. And that's why I've got my money management in place. I know how much I'm risking per pip, got my stop losses and profit limits in place. And of course, if you want to trade multiple markets like I do, and again, also you need to make sure you do apply good money management. So as you can see, we've got trading pound dollar 2. I'm all set for that. We've got the dollar yen, the euro yen, the dollar Canadian dollar. So you can see this, my trades from this morning, or my pending orders rather from this morning, but you can see the market is still trending sideways on the dollar Canadian dollar, the dollar Swiss franc, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. So again, like I said, you can trade multiple markets, but if you're going to do that, you need to be very good with your money management. And if you haven't watched the money management part 2 session on the platform, do watch it. The recording is on the platform on the featured section. So if you haven't watched it, do catch up with that. Or if you've watched it and you've forgotten how to trade multiple markets and apply good money management, you can of course watch it again. So the report is going to be announced in a minute. Like I said, once the report is announced, if there are no questions, we'll end the session and allow you guys to look after your trades, and we'll then catch up on the platform. So let's see what happens when the report comes out. Like I said, we've already decided what we're going to do. So we'll leave it to the market. So if the report is announced, if the market goes up, we'll buy above R1. If it goes down, we'll sell below S1. And if it continues to trend sideways, we'll keep out. So let's see what happens. Usually the first 5 minutes, the market is all over the place. It's usually the players in the market still deciding what to do with the report. It's always a struggle between the bears and the bulls. Do we buy, do we sell? So you can see that during this first couple of minutes, it's, you can see the markets all over the place. Still waiting for direction. Who is going to blink first, the bulls or the bears? So it looks like the bulls are winning at the moment. Market is going up. Of course, as we know, things can change. You can see the bears are back, pushing the market down. So usually the first couple of minutes, the market is all over the place, and then it tends to settle either going up or going down. Or like I said, it could still go sideways. But again, this is the importance of having a trading plan. And it's not letting your emotions go up and down with the market as it's going up and down. You know, I have a trading plan in place. I have my entry strategy in place. So the market can do what it likes. I know where I'm going to buy. I know where I'm going to sell. And even if I get my decision wrong, I know what I'm risking per pip, and I have my stop loss and profit limit in place. Okay, so if there are no questions, I wish you all a good day. Enjoy the trades, and we'll catch up on the platform.